SoFi Stadium. We get the Rams and the Seahawks, and the winner of this one is going to have a real leg up as far as the best team in the NFC goes. So it should be pretty exciting today. Two really, really good teams that both feel that they're playing their best football this season.
Two great teams. We're going to see who's the big dog in the division, who is the leader in the NFC, who is the team to beat and gives himself, I guess, rightful bragging rights to first place in the NFL, NFC, and maybe even that first playoff spot.
Yeah, this is what's so weird about this is that so many different things can change over the course of, a day. But this could be the difference between winning the division or not. This could be the difference between getting an extra home game in the playoffs or not. This could be the difference between getting a first-round bye and getting to stay at SoFi Stadium or not throughout the playoffs. I know that it's only week 11 and there's still a very long way to go, but today could be the day that determines all of those things.
Yeah, I'm from the times where the season ended after, I think, 16. So, hearing that we still have a long way to go at week 11 is crazy. But you're right. There's a lot on the line today. You cannot lose. This is a must-win for both teams. I'm excited to see what's going to take place.
Okay, before we talk about today against the Seahawks, let's kind of go back a little bit and talk about what we saw up in Santa Clara at Levi Stadium last week against the Niners. That felt to me, so that's the best I've seen the Rams look in a very, you look at this season and they're getting better week to week offensively, but that was the best I've seen them play all season long. The offense was electric. The defense was certainly good enough, and they made their kicks.
It was violent. It was surgical.
Yeah.
You can tell they had a chip on their shoulder. They didn't like the taste that was left in their mouth the last time they played the 49ers on their home field, and they wanted to give them a little taste of their medicine. They definitely did that. They came out and dominated the game from start to finish. And even when the 49ers almost made it a game, the Rams, they shut that down real quick and put it away.
That was the thing. It felt like when they wanted to do something and they wanted to get aggressive, they were able to do whatever they want. The one time it felt like it kind of bogged down a little bit was right before the end of the first half. And it was almost like, hey, let's just get into the locker room. Let's get ready to go. Let's get into the second half. It just felt that it was very un-Sean McVay-like. And then back in the second half, he got very aggressive again, and they just started to walk San Francisco up and down the field.
Yeah, when you got your enemy down, you got to put your foot on their neck and put the game away. And that's kind of been a thing for the Rams where they've played one half where they start slow and need the second half to come back into a game. That was the first time we really saw the Rams go, no, we're going to start fast. And then when you think you're going to come back, okay, no, let's get back to the program, add another score in the lead, put the game away early.
On the Road is driven by Subaru of Glendale, the #1 Subaru dealer in America. Find your next Subaru at Glendale of Subaru or at SubaruofGlendale.net. So the Seahawks come in today, and they are led by Sam Darnold. And we can talk about how another Trojan. Well, we'll see if you want to still claim Sam Darnold at the end of the day, because when the Rams saw Sam Darnold last, it was oddly enough in Arizona. The Rams-Vikings playoff game got moved to Arizona because of the fires here in Los Angeles. The Rams terrorized Sam Darnold. They sacked him 9 times. That was on the heels of the Rams kind of almost, you could at least make the argument that they saved their season on a Thursday night against Minnesota where they beat up Sam Darnold as well. Sam Darnold basically had 4 bad games last season, 2 against Detroit and 2 against the Rams.
Yeah.
And that's why he's in Seattle today. Does that translate, or is this new team, new coach, new offensive line, basically new everything?
Well, the Rams pulled a Marvel like Thanos timeline ripple effect with Sam Darnold's career and the Vikings, because that game effectively ended Sam Darnold's time as the Vikings quarterback when he was balling, and people forgot all about that season off of that one terrible game because of the Rams D-line. And then the Vikings are now bad this season because they don't have a quarterback.
If both of them, like Darnold's presence has hurt, or absence, I should say, clearly has negatively impacted what's going on in Minnesota. Geno Smith did not fix the problems in Las Vegas, and Sam Darnold in Seattle seems to have found a pretty good home.
That's what happens when you collect infinity stones on your front 7, and that's what the Rams did, and they put an end. They snapped their fingers and put an end to the Cinderella story that was going on in Minnesota. But I think it's completely different now. As you said, completely different team, different O-line, different coach. Yeah, this is a different Sam Darnold as well. He's playing with a chip on his shoulder shoulder this year and playing just as well as he did last year.
And the Rams should, obviously you want to be at home and you want to be comfortable at home, but the Seahawks come in as a pretty darn good road team. Here's a stat for you that Mike McDonald, the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, he's the third coach in NFL history to win 11 of his first 12 road games. What do the Seahawks know about? I mean, winning on the road is supposed to be hard. He's won 11 out of 12. What does he know?
I wonder what time their bed check is. Like, there's no way. There's no way anybody's leaving the team hotel. They are locked in on the road. This is the definition of business trip. Dude, I don't even want to see a smile on the bus. You guys better be locked in.
All right, I'm not. You can change the names to protect the guilty if you would like. How often when you guys would go on a road trip was somebody like, hey, Coach, yo, I'm here. All right, see you later, and then whoop, out the back door?
Look, the group chat that started on the plane where we were planning on where we were eating and where we were going, the moment team meeting ended was already discussed and planned. If you didn't or you were unaware of that text chain, that means you weren't invited.
Oh,
yes.
So the rats are on a different chat.
Yes.
So they're not
oh, yeah, no. And there are rats in the locker room.
Of course there
that
are.
report back to coach thinking that's going to get them playing time. Hey, buddy, you can't get off the double team. It's not going to help you. It's not.
I've always wondered about that. Like, I get it. You kind of come in, you try to do your thing, and you want to play well. But, you're in a new city. Maybe you've got some friends and family that you'd like to check
with
in with.
Quotes.
That's right.
It. Friends.
People that you haven't seen in a while.
Yes, and different area codes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And never shall the two area codes meet. Am I right? Just make sure that everything is put up.
Everything's copacetic.
Absolutely. You can order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms apply. Offer expires February 8, 2026. Let's talk a little bit about Matthew Stafford, Sua, and what he's been able to do. And I have a small bone to pick with other media members who keep calling Matthew Stafford a MVP candidate. I would argue that he is the MVP frontrunner.
The MVP candidate.
Yeah, and oddly enough, the person that's probably the second closest to him is Drake May.
Yeah.
And it just feels like the opportunity to, I don't want to say give Matthew Stafford his first MVP, but for Matthew Stafford to earn his first MVP, if he were going up against a Lamar Jackson, a Patrick Mahomes, a Josh Allen, it's a little different than going up against Drake May.
Yeah, you'd be lying to yourself or being disingenuous if you're trying to say that Matthew Stafford isn't the MVP candidate. He has to be the front runner. He's on the best team. He's playing the best out of all the quarterbacks. And I saw a stat where it has like Drake May in closed window throws. He's leading the NFL by it's not even close. But I'm like, hey, that's a testament to the quarterback, yes, but also Stafford doesn't have to get into situations where if he's in a position where if he doesn't make the throw, the game is over. He's doing or playing so well that the leads that they have, the defense is playing well, and the leads that they have are protected. So necessarily you can pick any stat and nitpick like they did last year, but Matthew Stafford's the guy. I don't want to argue with anybody else when it comes to that. Drake May's impressed, but it's not close to me.
I agree with you.
I just think, to me, at the end of a game, who do you want with the ball in their hands? And I think it's Matthew Stafford over Drake May every time right now.
By a mile.
His development
He's very
is
good.
crazy.
He's very good.
And plus, to kind of piggyback on what Emily was saying, is this feels like he is not just playing well. It's like he's in his bag. Like he's got the little shimmy. He's got the little strut.
He's in a flow state.
He's in a flow state. Exactly. That everything he's trying to do is like,
he's got ultra instinct.
I'm going to see if I can go no look here. I want to see if I can throw this pass or that pass. There's almost nothing he can't try right now that he isn't successful with.
And the crazy part is he didn't play well in like 2 or 3 games, and by not playing well, like he gave a half away where he needed to warm up and still found a way to throw for 300 yards in games where it's like, wait, what? He has 300 yards and 2 touchdowns? It didn't even feel like it. And it's not necessarily that he's not playing well. He just doesn't press for those type of throws.
When we've seen him get hot before, it typically is where Cooper Kupp would have 150 yards. Puka Nacua would have 130 yards and a couple of touchdowns. That there was one guy that would go off, and he and Stafford would kind of combine and have one of those big days. This doesn't feel like that. This feels like he's got 5, 6, 7. We talked about it the other day. He hit 10 different people, and there's a bunch of different guys getting in the end zone. It's not just that he's got a connection with one guy. It's that he's got a connection with everybody that's on the offense right now.
Yeah, it's every single tight end. It's every receiver. It's both running backs. It's screen game, quick game, empty. It's out of pro. It's out of 13 personnel. Their newfound favorite that they love to run. They're not even lining up in shotgun as much anymore because 13 is so effective right now.
You know what I saw? I believe it was in the Georgia-Texas game last night. I didn't even know it was a thing until they called it out. We saw 23 personnel last night. 2 running backs, 3 tight ends. I'm like, what? What is this, 1941? What are we doing here?
It's all about matchups. It's a numbers game. And if I see that you can't even figure out the formation, I know you can't stop the play.
Yeah, it went for about 7 yards on 4th down and picked up a first down for the Bulldogs in that one. All right, we're going to continue to get you ready for the Rams and the Seahawks. Coming up next is the voice of the Rams, none other than J.B. Long. He will join us next. A couple of 7-2 teams today from SoFi Stadium. You are listening to the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff, driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. It's the Here and Now sales event. The clock is ticking. Do not wait to grab a deal on a new Toyota. We make it easy. J.B. Long coming up next.
Pretty simple.
$1,800 Tequila has built it through generations of obsession with the details. It's the mindset that wins championships, and the same mindset behind every bottle of 1800. That's how we became the world's most awarded tequila. So when the final whistle blows, raise a glass worthy of victory. 1800, obsessed with taste. Official tequila partner of the LA Rams. 1800 Tequila. Proximo, Jersey City, New Jersey, 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
Hey, it's Mace. College football is back, and there's no better place to catch every heart-pounding moment than COSM. This isn't just a sports bar. It's your front row pass to the future of fandom. Feel the tackles, the touchdowns, and game day glory like never before with COSM shared reality displays. Step into the dome, an immersive 3-level experience that puts you right on the field, or rally with your friends in the hall where every game is on all at once. Don't just watch college football, live it. Get your tickets now at COSM.com. I'll see you there.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
This is the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
On your home of Rams football.
And the Rams Countdown to Kickoff rolls on. We get ready for the Seahawks. Who is going to be top of the NFC West when today is over? As long as Matthew Stafford and that high-powered offense keeps rolling.
Matthew has it, throws down the line. Tunnel screen, Puka Nacua gets one block, now another. He's clean. 10-5, touchdown Puka! Surge to a 2-touchdown lead in Santa Clara.
Just like last week against the Niners. Rams Seahawks Week 11 NFL Sunday from the Palace at Inglewood. We count you down to kickoff.
Hello, this is Puka Nacua of your LA Rams. Rams football is back.
You're listening to the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
Driven by your Toyota dealers, official automotive partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We make it easy.
Once again.
Live from COSM, Los Angeles with Sua Cravens.
Back to Travis Rogers.
All right, getting closer to the kickoff. The Rams and the Seattle Seahawks at SoFi Stadium. Kickoff coming up at 1:05. The man who will be on the call, as always, none other than J.B. Long, who joins us right now from inside SoFi Stadium. How you feeling this morning, J.B.?
So good, man. It feels like Seattle here, doesn't it? The Seahawks brought their weather, but what I'm looking forward to is this bowl inside SoFi Stadium being decidedly Rams, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's start with this, JB, and I get it. It's Week 11. There's still a lot of football to be played, but without trying to, put too much on it, how important is today just relative to division, relative to NFC standing, relative to maybe you get a bye in the playoffs, maybe you get an extra game at the playoffs. Just how big can a Week 11 game here be?
Well, I think fundamentally the winner of this game gets to 8 and basically clinches a playoff spot. The NFC bubble right now, the playoff bubble's pretty soft. And if the results go the way that they've started today, for instance, if Atlanta beats Carolina and hands the Panthers a 6th win, like not to get too granular, but with basically half a season to play, both these teams are good enough and healthy enough that if they get 8 today, they're going to find their way to 10, 11, 12 by the season's end, and they're going to be firmly, at worst, in the wild card framework. So I think the winner today is now playing for the 1 seed, and that's the other subplot here is it's control of the division. It's the chance to play for a bye, especially with the Rams being home and having a short week after the Lions for the return game. I think it's even more important for the Rams to hold serve here at SoFi Stadium. So, yeah, all of those things are at play here today. I think this is a sight-setting game. If you lose, you're still in good shape. You're going to be there in January. If you win, you're really playing for not just hats and T-shirts by the end of this year, but maybe a week off, come wild card weekend.
JB, I got a ton of back and forth on Twitter about this, and I'm curious to see what you think. Jackson Smith and Jigba obviously having a crazy year. So is Puka Nacua. If a receiver were to win an MVP award, who is putting up the better case right now?
Oh, Smith and Jigba. Absolutely. No, he's the driving force behind everything the Seahawks are able to do offensively, in my opinion. And with Puka's injury and missed time, he's overtaken him. He's having a historically great season. I mean, he wakes up, rolls out of bed on Sunday, and has 75 yards receiving. So I think the Rams have a real problem there. And it's not just him. I think the trade deadline move to get Shaheed was very savvy and amplifies the threat that they pose through the air. So I'm not saying he's better than Puka, but in terms of who might garner more votes, one guy has Devontae Adams and the other guy doesn't. So I think right there is your answer.
That is true.
That certainly makes a big difference. You can order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use the code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms do apply. Expires February 8, 2026. Sue and I spent a great deal of the postgame show last week talking about the Rams being in that 12 and 13 personnel, and we've seen them use it before, JB, but it seems like they're using it at a rate that is, entirely different than what we've seen. Is it matchup-driven? Is it personnel-driven? Is this just the evolution of the McVay offense? Why so much 12 and 13?
Well, what's the saying? Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yes.
Sean McVay didn't go in search of this. It found him with the injury to Puka Nacua in Baltimore. And then it was lightning in a bottle in London, and they had a week to lean into it, and they also had their top pick in this draft, Terrence Ferguson, be ready for it. So, yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense. Here's what Sean fundamentally wants. You guys know this, but it's worth spelling out. He wants run-pass conflict. He wants presentations that look like they could be either run or pass, and you don't know until Matthew Stafford gives or keeps. So you can do that out of all sorts of personnel. They lived in 11 personnel for a lot of reasons, but because it regulates, Sewell will tell you, how many coverages can you play against an 11 personnel that has the likes of Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cooks and Sammy Watkins in it, right? You can only do so much. Similarly, how many coverages can you play when the Rams throw Tyler Higbee, Colby Parkinson, and Davis Allen at you?
You're limited.
It's a form of dictation, right? It's putting the opponent in conflict and painting them into a corner and then using their rules and their principles that you study in those looks against them. What's different about today is that Seattle doesn't mess with that. Whereas the whole zeitgeist right now, the National Football League, is getting heavy personnel and then chopping teams up through the air with your passing game. That's what all the best offenses are doing, including the Rams. Seattle defensively with Mike McDonald says, no, we're not going to take that bait. You could put 5 tight ends on the field. We're still playing nickel. And if you want to run for 4 quarters and beat us, prove it. And so I think that's why, Eman Lori is, in their secondary is probably the key to this game. How much does he play? How well does he play? He's a difference maker. But he's still immature, and he hasn't seen Sean McVay head-to-head. If Sean and Matthew have him in a spin cycle, the Rams are going to win this game. If he's dominating and making plays run and pass, I think the Seahawks are going to win this game.
You said that the Rams are in trouble today with trying to limit JSN. I think they're in trouble with trying to limit Leonard Williams. How do they keep Big Cat from living in their backfield today?
You got to stay out of negative down and distances. Probably the untold story of the Rams' success is look at their yards needed on second down. They are on schedule and ahead of schedule every single Sunday, and that matters for a 37-year-old quarterback behind a accomplished but also imperfect offensive line. And so I think a lot of the protection for Matthew Stafford has to do with two things: not getting into bad downs and distances, and then this presentation that's putting defenses on their heels. And then you have receivers who can win right away. And so Matthew has answers. Defenses are blitzing him because they have no other option, and he has all the answers to the test. Again, this is a different challenge. This is the graduate level exam. This is the thesis right here. Can you do it against McDonald, beg your pardon, and the Seahawks, who have been built for multiple years to upset the Rams? This is an organization that made some hard decisions this offseason. Many of them were scoffed at, laughed at. Well, so far they're right, and this is the test for them too, because they know who the reigning champion is. They know how close they were to beating the Rams and being that playoff team out of the West last year, and they've made moves this offseason that are in line with that goal, which is unseating Los Angeles.
JB Long, the voice of the Rams, joining us right now, getting us ready for Rams and Seahawks kickoff coming up at 1:05. JB, I ask you every week, give me an X factor or two for today's game against Seattle.
Well, I already threw one out there in terms of Nick Emanwari, the safety for Seattle. So having spelled that one out, I'll go in another direction. And it's Harrison Mevis. It is once again the thicker kicker in a game that should be decided by one possession, that is likely to come down to a field goal or less in the final score. It's really hard to pick the team that hasn't made a field goal since week 6. But that's what the Los Angeles Rams are.
Wow.
And so can they get it right? Sure. But if the NFC West and control of the division is riding on the shoulders of a guy who's never made an NFL field goal, and the team in the National Football League that's lost more EPA to the kicking game than any other, you got to be a brave soul to take the Rams today, if you know what I'm saying.
Indeed. The Rams X Factor is brought to you by Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. With that in mind, JB, about the fact that they haven't made a field goal since week 6, does going 6 for 6 in PATs a week ago, seeing the operation and just the way that it looked a lot smoother, at least raise your expectations a little bit?
Yes, I think you have to have high expectations. These guys are pros. And I'm a little bit cheeky when I say that. Like, I mean it. That's a huge differentiating factor in this game. But I'm also just here's the plus side, is that Sean McVay has an utter disdain for sending his field goal unit onto the field right now, which is great because his offense is on a heater and he's got maybe the MVP at quarterback. And so the less inclined he is to think about, play calling on third down that would protect a field goal chance, the better as far as I'm concerned. Like, as much as it's cost the Rams, and I'm speaking out of both sides of my mouth here, I know, it's also benefited them because McVay has his foot tied to the floor on the accelerator, and that's a good thing long-term today and long-term for the Rams.
Hey, JB, I've been on a roll lately. I have a prize pick burning a hole in my pocket. Does Davante Adams score the first touchdown today?
I'm wary of his back injury. It sounds like he's going to play today, and that's good. But I don't know that I can lead you down that path. I certainly wouldn't want to be responsible for it.
God.
Here's what is cool, though. As much as we talked about 13 personnel and stuff, I don't know anything about anything, but it would not surprise me if Sean threw it in reverse and zigged while everyone else is zagging. Like, if he came out and played Madden today and went 5 wide empty and gave the Seahawks the opposite of what the league has been seeing from him for the last month, I would not be shocked. For 2 reasons. 1, because it's an element of surprise. 2, because it's still a strength for the Los Angeles Rams, right, to get their best players on the field. And 3, because I think Seattle is built to thwart that 2 and 3 tight end presentation. The Rams can still succeed in that manner, and I still think it's the most likely path to victory. But to answer your question, if they go out there and spam Davante and Puka the way that they did in the first month of the season today, wouldn't be shocked.
JB, DeMarco and I were talking early last week and kind of going through the Rams and who's had good seasons and who's been important and why they've been as successful as they have. And he said that he believes that Kobe Turner has been the most valuable player of this team. Has he been that valuable as you see it? Obviously, Matthew Stafford might be the most valuable player of the entire league, but he put his finger on Kobe Turner.
Well, that's why you and he are so good at talk radio and why I would never stand a chance in those waters. Because, no, that's not even close to being true, but I understand the point he's making. And I think for a guy that kicked the door down in this league and nearly won Defensive Rookie of the Year, and has been a sack leader for this franchise, to accept an adjusted role and to play alongside Puna and to hold teams week after week to less than 100 yards rushing, Puna deserves the lion's share of credit there, but I think 1B is Kobe Turner. And when guys like Braden Fisk and Byron Young and Jared Verse get sacks, what is it? I think 12 players have sacks for this team.
That's crazy.
And Kobe Turner, the conductor, is not at the forefront like he has been for his first 2 seasons. It's not because he's playing any less than. It's because of the dimensions that I think DeMarco probably laid out for you when he made that point.
I know it's still early. You've already played the Eagles in a game that we all feel like the Rams easily could have won. You've got the Bucs right around the corner, who are currently struggling with a Bills team that has not necessarily looked the best. Are the Seahawks the Rams' toughest remaining opponent on the schedule?
Yes, I think so. Not only because of their record, but again, because of all the details that we've talked about in this conversation. I think they're uniquely equipped to beat the Los Angeles Rams. Now, the major caveat to all that is Sam Darnold going to melt?
Right.
Is the clock going to strike midnight at some point? And today's midnight mode, by the way. There you go. Stick that one in your back pocket for postgame show if you want. But I don't think last January in the wild card matters at all today, unless it matters to Sam Darnold. I'm not going to think about it unless it looks like he's thinking about it, right? If his eyes pull down and he's feeling haunted by Jared Verse and Byron Young and Kobe Turner, then maybe we'll start talking about it, because that element is still at play. As much as we talk about Matthew for MVP, Darnold's right there with him. Might be a half step ahead of him. But in the long run, who do you trust more? It's Matthew, and it's several other quarterbacks still in the NFC for me, and that's probably the only hesitation I would give with respect to the Seahawks. But in about 4 hours, if I'm walking out of here being like, okay, Darnold's for real, he looks like a first-round pick, the system suits him perfectly, his weapons are dynamic, his defense backs him up, yes, the Seahawks are a problem, and if you lose this game, I'm not sure that you can catch them, then sure, yeah, I would agree that the Seahawks are the biggest threat to where the Rams want to go.
That is Midnight Mode JB Long, who will be on the call. Rams and 49ers. That was a week ago. Rams and Seahawks today at SoFi Stadium. Kickoff coming up at 1:05. Thanks, JB. We'll talk to you soon.
As long as the result's the same, you can call them whatever you want, Travis.
You got it. Thanks, JB. All right, coming up next, we're going to take a look around the rest of the league here in Week 11. That is coming up on the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff on 710 ESPN, and the NFL is back at COSM. Watch NFL games in shared reality at COSM and feel the energy of game day in the Dome and in the Hall. That's where Sue and I are right now. This season, before every Rams game, you can hang out with me, Travis Rogers, and him, Sue Cravens, for the Rams pregame show live from the Hall at COSM. And if you have a ticket to the game, come on in for free. Watch all the energy on massive wall-to-wall LED displays in the Hall. And don't miss out on COSM's signature menu of local food favorites, craft cocktails, and beers throughout the venue. To learn more, visit COSM.com.
Football fans, this is DeMarco Farr, and let me tell you, I thought I was in pretty good shape until I stepped into a UFC gym. Man, that workout is no joke. They've got boxing, kickboxing, and strength training. You don't have to be a fighter to love it. Anybody can jump in, get a great workout, and feel the results. They even have programs for youth and workouts for the entire family. And my favorite part, the recovery room. That's where I recharge after going all out in my workouts. Check out the UFC gym for yourself and train like I did. Trust me, you'll feel like a champ.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays are back. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Listen every Monday during football season
to the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, Mason and Ireland, and the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
All you have to do is make a super prediction,
and you can win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
The clock's ticking at Toyota's Here and Now sales event. The Toyota car, truck, or SUV that fits your life is here, and now's the time to make it yours. There are great deals on fuel-efficient Camrys and Corollas, on adventurous RAV4s and 4Runners, on powerful Tacomas and Tundras. This is your moment. The time to drive home your new Toyota is here and now. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
It is Chris Morales, and what a week it was on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We're ready to do it again Monday morning at 7 a.m. USC wins in a rock fight against Iowa. Lakers basketball and Rams Seahawks. The battle in Inglewood will be all over. And of course, tomfoolery and hijinks, fun and frivolity for your Monday morning. Is it going to be raining? Either way, we'll get you through it. Don't miss the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Monday morning, 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Counting you down to Week 11 NFL Sunday at SoFi Stadium.
Touchdown, LA!
Hi, this is Jay Vance of your LA Rams. The Rams play here.
You're listening to the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
Rams are looking for 5 straight wins and to beat down an NFC West foe again.
And the Rams Countdown to Kickoff keeps rolling from COSM, Los Angeles. Travis and Sue get you warmed up for a big one. Week 11 NFL Sunday. And the fearsome Rams defense needs to shut down Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. And if we see him, our old friend Cooper Kupp.
Fumbled! Rams are on it! Jarred loose, separated from the football. Nate Landman with another forced fumble. This dude is everywhere.
Rams Seahawks Week 11 NFL Sunday.
Our 7-2 Rams battle the 7-2 Seattle Seahawks.
Driven by your Toyota dealers, official automotive partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We make it easy.
Once again,
live from COSM, Los Angeles, with Sua Cravens.
Back to Travis Rogers.
Rams got a chance to take a step right toward that number 1 seed in the NFL by beating the Seattle Seahawks today at SoFi Stadium. But, of course, they got to get some help around the rest of the league, which brings us to our top games of the day, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. I'm looking at this game. I want to start here for a very specific reason. It's at the half. The Steelers are beating the Bengals 10-6. Not all that exciting of a game. 5-4, or I should say a 5-4 Steelers team going up against a 3-6 Cincinnati Bengals team. But the reason I bring this up, so, is because I was reading something this week that Joe Flacco, the new quarterback of the Bengals, was talking about. And he said that one of his favorite things now is going to a restaurant and eating by himself at the bar. That he used to see somebody else sitting by themselves at the bar and feel sorry for that guy. And now he realizes that that guy is on heaven on earth, as he called it. Are you, Sua Cravens, a sit alone at the bar in the restaurant and have your dinner guy?
Yes.
It's the greatest thing in the world. How did he not know that?
Well, I mean, he's an older guy, too. Like, are you new to this? Because we're true to this. Of course, avoid a $200 bill in an argument. Of course. Where can I sign up?
Even if it goes well, and if there's no argument, I can sit here at the bar, I can stare at my TV, I can eat my food, I can take a look, or just lose myself in my phone.
I can take as long as I want. As long as I want.
Yeah.
The drink is getting filled up.
I don't have to force conversation with anybody at the table. All right, just making sure that Joe Flacco wasn't late to this. Hey, we already knew.
Come on, Flack.
Yeah, do better, Joe. The Panthers and the Falcons are at halftime. Panthers are behind 21-10. Atlanta's got the lead there. That's not great for the Rams fans for the draft pick reasons, right?
Well, yeah, it's also not great that they keep giving Bijan's touchdowns to Algier. Like, what are we doing?
He has 2 touchdowns today.
I don't care. He should have 3. He should have 3 of them. All 3 of y'all should be in Bijan's pocket. I don't understand. Is this National Backup Running Back Day?
This is the Greek they talk about in the Bible, okay? So I need you to calm down. He has 2 touchdowns.
I dropped Algier. My little brother picks him up. I'm playing my little brother this week. I don't have time for this, okay? Thanksgiving's around the corner.
As always, Sua Craven's analysis is delivered with
impartial,
a great deal of fantasy implication.
Objective truths.
Indeed. The Bills beating the Bucs at the half, 21-20. And both of these teams, I think if we were having this conversation a month ago, we'd be talking about, one of the best teams in the league. And right now, neither one of these are the best team in the league.
No, you're right. A few weeks ago, I could say this might be a preview of the NFC Championship for all we know. Our playoff matchup for all we know. But instead, it's 2 teams that seem to be fighting for second maybe even wild card seeding. It doesn't seem like Baker's Mayfield and his injuries don't help, but Josh Allen does not look the same after the MVP.
It does not. He does not look the same, and Mayfield doesn't look quite the same the last couple of weeks. You got to have to think that Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Bucky Irving, just Mayfield, and I'm a fan of his, but when you take all of the weapons off the field like you have for him, anybody would struggle in that situation.
Yeah, and it was amazing what Baker was doing already with the injuries, given Mike Evans had missed time and Chris Godwin has not been playing. And when Bucky Irving went down, you just assumed that Baker's numbers would go down too, and he seemed to right the ship for the first 2 weeks, but it's the NFL, and teams are too good. You need your guys out there. Eventually teams will adjust, and we're starting to see Baker start to struggle a little bit with those bodies being out.
You can order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms apply. Offer expires February 8, 2026. The Bears are leading the Vikes 10-3 at the half. The Vikings, obviously going to be mentioned quite a bit today. Sam Darnold's former team, he kind of elevated them. They decided, you know what, we're going to go with Jay.
They call him 9.
Let me ask you this. They call him 9. They call the other guy 9. Yeah, he needs to, if you could rewind the tape, he needs to erase that one. But they decided they were going to go with J.J. McCarthy. Was it more of a we like McCarthy, or is that a we don't trust Sam Darnold to do what he just did all over again? Because he had 2 terrible games against the Rams and another couple against the Lions. That's probably 90% of the reason we're seeing Sam Darnold in Seattle today.
But that's not fair because he had injuries and the O-line was not protected. It's not Sam's fault. I will say Sam held on to the ball for a long time for maybe 3 of those 9 sacks.
Yes.
But 9
There's
sacks.
6 others that weren't his fault.
Come on now. So, and then to act like he didn't get you into a spot to win the first seed and then get that first round bye. Like, yes, they lost that game and had to play that playoff game, but to act like Sam Darnold was the reason why you didn't have a successful year instead of the injuries and O-line is ridiculous.
Well, 9 has already thrown 2 first-half interceptions for the Minnesota Vikings so far today. So maybe JJ should show back up and try to play quarterback. I don't know. We'll see how that plays out. The Bears are 6-3, and in my head, the Bears still stink. Stu, am I wrong? They're 6-3. You are what your record says you are, according to Bill Parcells.
Have they won well a single time? Have you been like, wow, the Bears are good?
6-3.
But when the Steelers were at their best, they were beating people 17-10, 14-6 Monday Night Football. That was Steeler football. So I'm not going to say they stink, but they do not look good. They do not look like they should be winning these games, but they are finding ways, and they're in good position in a division I thought they had no chance in competing in. They look better than the Vikings.
They look better than the Vikings. Look, they have a better record than the Packers. They're going to if the Bears win today,
Packers are struggling with the Giants right now.
They're going to be 7-3. The Packers are 5-3-1. They're struggling with the Giants right now. And here's where it gets really weird. And obviously, there's a long way to go. We're going to keep saying that for at least another month or so. Chicago is one of those places you do not want to have to go to play a playoff game. If Chicago finds a way to win the NFC North, going to Soldier Field in January, thanks.
And that has nothing to do with the Bears. That has anything to do with the team and what they're going to do on the
Put Northwestern out there in that weather.
The weather out there during that time is ridiculous. I played the Bears on Christmas Eve my rookie year. I think it was like 2 degrees. And I was like, can this game end already? So, yeah, the Bears – they have a home field advantage just with the elements alone.
All right, let's go to this next one here. The Packers and the Giants that we just mentioned. This one is in MetLife Stadium. Kind of the opposite question that I asked you about the Bears. Bears are 6-3 and they feel like they're not a very good team. The Packers are 5-3-1 and feel like they should be a lot better. Their record is okay, maybe a little bit better than okay, but it felt like they might be one of the best teams in the league, and some weeks they look like it, and some weeks they can't deal with a Giants team that just fired their coach a few days ago.
They're underachieving, and they're playing down to their competition because if you look at the games that they have lost, you lost at home to the Panthers, who then turned around and lost at home to the Saints. So that's awful. And now you're losing at home to the Giants, or you're losing on the road to the Giants with no Cam Scatterboo. And Jackson Dart's not playing today, right? It's Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
That division, the NFC North, is weird. The Lions might be the best team. We'll get to see them. They're tonight. Tonight or Monday night? They're tonight. I want to say Sunday Night Football against the Eagles. They might be the best team in that division as well. Best team in the NFC, though, we're going to have an answer for that one at around 4 o'clock this afternoon, the Seahawks and the Rams. Maurice Jones-Drew will continue to break that one down for us. He is going to join us next. It's coming up on the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff on 710 ESPN. And the hard-hitting football action even better with Prize Picks. You can keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Here, we're going to do a Prize Picks lineup right now. So here we go. Matthew Stafford, more or less than 270.5 yards. More. Sam Darnold, more or less 254.5. More. Double more. That's Prize Picks. Right there, you pick more or less on 2 or more players' stat projections, and you can get paid. And so download that Prize Picks app today. Use the code RAMS50 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you.
It's Evan Cohen. So, do we really think I stole the word dynastic from George Sedano? Really? Is that what Sedano's saying? That Sedano and Smalls both think I stole that word? Sedano is the one who invented the word dynastic? Anyway, have a beautiful weekend. Be safe in the rain in the Southland. And you know your place Monday morning for all the football talk. Canty will have something to say about the Lakers as well. Is Unsportsmanlike with Evan Canty and Michelle, 3 to 7 a.m. before Sedano and Cap and the morning show. How's the divorce, Cap? We'll see you Monday morning on ESPN LA.
Sedano and Cap have taken over Morning Drive, and the Cappy Lappy has taken over Crypto.com Arena.
Is the Cappy Lappy out? Like, is the video out?
It was a good one.
The best part
I couldn't believe it was
my first Cappy Lappy. I got to be honest with you.
We're walking down the baseline, and there's this really beautiful woman. I mean, drop dead crazy gorgeous. And she's sitting with a guy, and she's got on a giant diamond ring. We're like, hey, how you doing? And then she's like, wait, don't go anywhere. Can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, wait, you want to take a picture with me? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, this is so hot. She and I hooked it up. We took a picture. Then everybody was stopping us. Everybody wanted to get in on the Cappy Lappy. This thing has caught fire.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap every weekday morning starting at 7 on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and live on YouTube.
Rams are looking for 5 straight wins and to beat down an NFC West foe again. Our 7-2 Rams battle the 7-2 Seattle Seahawks.
This is the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
Driven by your Toyota dealers, official automotive partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We make it easy.
The Rams, the Ravens.
The Countdown to Kickoff rolls on from COSM, and remember, you can hear every moment of Rams football today on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play. Download, tap, bam! You've got Rams Seahawks in the palm of your hand. Just click the Rams tile, Jack. Week 11 NFL Sunday is here.
Once again, live from COSM Los Angeles with Sua Cravens. Back to Travis Rogers.
All right, let's check in with the next member of our broadcast team, none other than Maurice Jones-Drew, getting us ready for Seahawks and Rams coming up in just a little bit. And Maurice, let's go right to this. Whoever wins today, are they the best team in the NFC?
I would say so. I think both teams are playing at a high level, both really executing on offense, defense, and special teams. Seems like the Rams have fixed their kicking woes. And we know Seattle has one of the best kicking units in the game, or in the league. So, yeah, these two teams are going to battle. Now, when you watch the tape, especially last week, Sam Darnold had a couple turnovers. But other than that, I mean, this is going to be a battle. You're talking about 2 top 10 defenses, 2 top 10 offenses going against each other, figuring this thing out the old-fashioned way, Travis, which is what we want.
Mo, we haven't seen it yet this season. We actually haven't seen much out of them. revamped, I guess, a few of his targets as of late in Cooper Kupp. Is this his revenge game? Is this his chance to hit the ground running and show us what the Rams have been missing, or is it going to be more of the same?
You know, it's so funny. I remember when I went to the Raiders, and I was a guy, and I was starting, and then I got banged up, and they started playing younger guys. A guy named Latavius Murray took over. And I think that's what you're seeing in Seattle. JSN is just unrealistic, and I could care less about a revenge game for Cooper Kupp. You got to stop JSN. That's the number one guy they're trying to get the ball to as much as possible. Cooper Kupp will get catches, and I'm sure he's going to get cheers and things like that. But when you watch the tape, JSN is the guy. And so as much as I love Cooper Kupp, I think the Rams have a lot of respect, and he can still make plays. If you don't stop JSN, it's going to be a long day for this Rams defense. So I think there are going to be more eyes on JSN than there will be on Cooper Kupp today.
Oh, I want to stay on the topic of JSN. What's the most effective way in containing this offense? I know he's been dangerous. Is it sending the double team his way, or is it more about getting pressure on Darnold and forcing him into some risky decision-making?
I think it's going to be the pressure along with disguising the coverage. Now, they like to throw the ball on first down, a lot of play-action pass, so you want to make sure you get in his face a little bit. But you got to figure out a way to really get him confused, and you did that when he was with the Vikings, so you know that he has some issues with looking at some certain coverages. But it's going to be stopping that first down play-action pass play with those bootlegs or certain things where they're trying to get the ball out quick. You got to disguise it. You got to rally and tackle. And then you have to get pressure on Sam Darnold when he's ready to take a shot. If you don't do that, I mean, he's one of the more accurate deep ball throwers in the game. And so JSN's one of the best guys to go and get those throws. So you're hoping that this pass rush shows up today. I mean, they were a little stagnant against the Niners. You hope they show up today and they really get after them. This defensive line has had success against this offensive line, so you're hoping that you find some ways to get to him and get his eyes down, or at least get him to, like, force a ball into tight coverage.
You can order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms apply. Offer expires February 8, 2026. Maurice Jones-Drew helping us get ready for Rams and Seahawks coming up in just a little bit. And like you were talking about, Maurice, the ability to get pressure on Sam Darnold, to make him have to make decisions quickly. Is there anything that the Rams had success with last year when Darnold was in Minnesota that translates to this group against Seattle? Can you use the same sort of scheme to make him do the things? Because they gave him fits last season, not once but twice.
Yeah, well, you know what's so funny? I went back and watched last year's Seattle tape, and I saw Braden Fisk destroy Anthony Bradford in literally in 2 seconds, right? And so getting him in those known passing situations, that's what I think of more of personnel-wise. If I can get you in the 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, we know we could win quickly there. And we saw that in Seattle against Geno. We saw that as well with some of the backups getting pressure here in L.A. at the end of the season. Now, if we go back to the coverage side, I think that's what you're going to see more of, those corner blitzes that they ran in the wild card game. They got pressure on Darnold, a lot of cover too, knowing that he's going to force the ball to certain guys. To me, I think you have a mixture of both. And so the D-line, I watched the Seattle game last year where they just got all over Geno Smith. And then I watched the secondary, how they attacked some of those passing concepts. And so I'm excited to see kind of which one works. Is it going to be the 3rd and 10 where Braden Fisk and Jared Verse are crashing down on those tackles and getting to Sam Darnold? Or is it going to be the coverage on the back end that confuses him as he's looking to, throw a quick out or take a shot over the middle of the field, and then obviously your safeties are there to pick it off?
I'm sure when fans are watching this team or these two teams or this matchup, they're thinking 2 high-powered offenses. We're in for a shootout. It's going to be touchdown after touchdown. Sean McVay, you know how he gets down. But for me, I look at it, I see it's a push on offense. I think these are 2 teams that can put up a lot of points in any given game. But to me, on the defensive side of the ball, that's what's going to determine who wins this game. Who would you say has the upper hand on defense? Because these are both 2 teams that have defenses that fly around, they run to the football, and they tackle well.
I mean, I'm sure you'd only talk about the defense. Let's be honest. That was what you do. So defense wins championships. I guess this is going to sound crazy, but I give the edge to Seattle. I think Seattle's done an awesome job of creating pressure, simulating pressure, rushing for, showing that they're blitzing and still getting there, not blitzing, sometimes showing that you're not blitzing and blitzing. I mean, they scored twice on defense last week, so they are very dangerous. Now, I believe that Sean McVay understands how to attack them and can put them into some vulnerable situations? Yeah, for sure. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to whose quarterback is most comfortable, right? And can Stafford continue to play the way he's playing the last couple of weeks? And will he be able to nullify some of the stuff that they're doing defensively? And the best part about that is you have a guy that's had so much experience. He's seen everything, right? And I've said this multiple times. The last couple of years, Stafford has kind of balked at the offensive system that Sean McVay ran with Jared Goff, right? This year, he's running that system, and he understands what's going on. And so I'm excited to see. This is probably going to be your toughest challenge if you're the Rams and how they get pressure. I mean, Leonard Williams is dominating people.
That's a Trojan.
Yeah, it is. Listen, I'm not mad at you. Hey, listen, it is what it is. I'm not mad at all. You know what I mean? Baller, right? And so that's what scares me. But how do you nullify that? Play action pass, getting them off the spot, moving the pocket, and your quarterback completing passes and getting first downs and wearing them out as they go down the field. I mean, that to me is what's going to need to happen if the Rams want to have success today. It's going to be really Stafford manipulating the pocket and finding ways to get where he needs to get to.
Maurice Jones-Drew joined us getting ready for Rams and Seahawks kickoff coming up just a little bit after 1. We spent the first few weeks of the season, Mo, talking about how Stafford and Davante Adams, they was doing okay, but they really hadn't started to click and understood each other exactly the way that I think we were expecting. Are we done with that? Because it seems like those guys are on the same page all of a sudden, and they're almost unstoppable.
Yeah, it was that week in Baltimore where, Puka Nacua was out and they got the chance to be at the Orioles Stadium, and they got the timing down. And to me, when they're in the red zone and the tight red, I don't know how you stop that. I don't know how you stop the slant fade to Davante Adams. If you try to put two guys out there, they'll just play action pass and run it somewhere else. And they're Sean McVay really they're really putting people in hard spots, defenses in hard spots, how to stop everyone. And so to me, I think the signing of Davante Adams took a little longer than we thought it would for it to explode, but it's where it needs to be, and this offense is performing at a high level. And again, Matthew Stafford had the back injury. He looks healthy. He's over here doing the shimmy and rolling out of the pocket, and it's all these things like you're seeing them have fun and you're seeing them play fast. And we all know when you're having fun and you're winning, that is it doesn't matter what the coach calls. Guys are going to go out there and make plays for you, and so I'm excited to see what they're doing there. Puka Nacua is still doing what he needs to do. That game against the Niners, even though it was against some guys that obviously they're beat up and they have some injuries, that was an old-fashioned, take you behind the yard. 42 points is never something that you see happen to San Francisco in San Francisco, and so I think that you're starting to see the Rams get back to Travis Sewell, where the last couple of years it starts to get to November and they start playing better and better and better every week, and that's where I think we are now.
Yeah, that's what's so exciting. It does seem like they're just on a trajectory that is unique in the last couple of seasons. Maurice Jones-Drew will be alongside JB Long. All the play-by-play coming up in just a little bit. Maurice, thanks so much. Talk to you soon.
No problem, guys.
All right, L.A. Care, did you know that in their first ever playoff meeting back in January of 2005, the Rams, then playing in St. Louis, shocked the Seahawks 27-20, becoming the first team in NFL history to win a postseason game after finishing the regular season at 8-8, a true wild card team that lived up to the name. Did you know that this game in Rams history is presented by L.A. Care? Life is what you make it. Whatever you're making, make it matter with L.A. Care Health Plan. Did you know healthcare starts at $0? So visit lacare.org to learn more. All right, so we're getting ready for the Rams and the Seahawks. Sue, I still want to keep talking about the Rams and the 49ers. That is still stuck in my head.
Get over it, it's done.
I know.
Twice.
It was so good. It just I kind of want to run it back. Emily, you have an interesting theory. You're calling your shot pregame about something that might happen today during the game.
Yes, I want to call something out, and if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, who cares? I think there's a very high likelihood that Timothée Chalamet will be at this game today. I think he'll be wearing bright orange.
Oh, you're calling a wardrobe, too.
He's going to be wearing bright orange. He's going to have his, shaved head, and he's going to do his Marty Supreme, Dream Big, something like that today. So I think I'm calling that he will be on the big screen.
Why are you calling an orange outfit on top of all of this?
Okay, so orange is the motif of Marty Supreme, which is what he's putting out there, a movie on December 25th on Christmas Day with the Safdie brothers.
Did he
I think
pay
he'll be
you
there.
to do this?
He's not paying me. I'm not getting paid by
her
anybody.
level of knowledge on the movie business, the promotions of it, the celebrities, she's got like a sixth sense of how this stuff works.
She's getting a kickback for Pluribus. Now she's getting a kickback
Good for her.
for this.
Yeah.
I wish I was, but if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I just want to see more Timothée Chalamet.
Look, Timothée Chalamet would be nice to see on the infinity board. It would also be nice to see Steve. Just plain old
Mason
Steve.
or just any Steve?
Maybe it's this. Maybe we get both. We get Mace, but she's just ID'd as Steve.
I was literally going to ask, is Steve going to be at the game today?
Wait, maybe the Steve will be Timothée Chalamet for all we know.
Oh, I like the idea of having a Steve at any of these games. All right, the Rams got to figure out a way to keep this offense cranking, Sua, and find a way to continue to let Matthew Stafford just do what he's done for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It just feels like everything he's wanted to do, he's been able to do.
Yeah, stay in that 13 personnel. Keep confusing them. I don't think that this is a game where you should go pass happy because that plays well for the Seahawks. They have a great secondary. So I think you stay in that 13 personnel. If they want to stay light box and think that they can stay in that, if you run the football, do exactly what they're going to give. They're going to give you 3 or 4 yards of carry, take it, clock manage. It won't be a pretty win. It's not what fans come to see or pay to see, but it'll get the dub.
And with those 2 backs that the Rams have right now, Kyron Williams has been very good. He's even better when Blake Corum gets on the field and gets to push him a little bit. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. We are just more than an hour away from kickoff. Still a lot more to break down with the Seahawks and the Rams coming up in just a little bit. Lots more to get to in the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff on 710 ESPN.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Officer, can I get your perspective as a man of the law?
You know I'm a mall cop, right?
You see this Hyundai Santa Fe? I only paid for it.
Whoa.
Right? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end December 1st. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
It is Chris Morales, and what a week it was on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. We're ready to do it again Monday morning at 7 a.m. USC wins in a rock fight against Iowa. Lakers basketball and Rams Seahawks. The battle in Inglewood will be all over. And, of course, tomfoolery and hijinks, fun and frivolity for your Monday morning. Is it going to be raining? Either way, we'll get you through it. Don't miss the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Monday morning, 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
When Mason and Ireland start breaking down the boss with MT, you know things could get off track.
Bruce Springsteen is not like a classic sounding singer, but as a lyricist, he's on maybe the greatest ever.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
The Nebraska album in
Right,
Rock
bass?
Band,
Yeah,
right?
he sound like he's constipated when he sings.
Well, he's got a certain growl to him.
Philadelphia.
Music, sports, and everything in between. Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon on ESPN LA.
Your LA Rams are back for another can't-miss matchup this Sunday, November 23rd, as Matthew Stafford and the Rams face off against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers in an epic Sunday night showdown under the primetime lights of SoFi Stadium. You don't want to miss watching the electricity of Sunday night primetime football with playoff implications on the line. To secure your tickets for this primetime matchup, visit therams.com/TB. Again, that is therams.com/TB. Get your tickets now. We'll see you at the Rams house. Here we go, Sunday, November 16th, 2025. Let's do it. It is Week 11 NFL Sunday, and our Rams are back at home at SoFi. Time for another NFC West foe and an old friend. But it is time for the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff with Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens live from COSM, Los Angeles. And yes, before it starts, let's hear from the big boy Scott.
Well, last Sunday at Levi's Stadium, it was a beautiful thing when Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams dismantled the NFC West foes on both sides of the ball.
Second down and goal from the 2. Helmet high snap, looking left, throws that way, and it's caught for a touchdown. Devontae Adams, touchdown LA.
Now it's time for another NFC West showdown this afternoon, and back at home for our Rams, with the Seattle Seahawks waiting to battle today for the top spot of the division on the line. A pair of 7-2s for Week 11 NFL Sunday.
The Seahawks, the Rams.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams, the home of Rams football.
Hi, this is Coach Sean McVay. Whose house? Rams house.
Here we go, 1 hour until kickoff. Rams Seahawks at the Palace at Inglewood, Week 11 NFL Sunday.
Now live from COSM Los Angeles with Sua Cravens, here's your host, Travis Rogers.
A huge week here in Week 11. A couple of 7-2 teams going at it at SoFi Stadium. The winner of this takes control of the NFC West. They might even take control of the entire NFC conference as well. And before we get into that, like you just heard, Sua, we're here at COSM. We're here in the hall, and there are, a million TVs that we're staring at and a million different things every game. And obviously some of these games go to commercials at different times. Can I ask a question that is unrelated to what we're going to see at SoFi Stadium today, but it's been bothering me? When did we decide we need more Trevor Lawrence commercials in our life? Like, when did that? He's barely average, and yet I cannot turn around and not see a Trevor Lawrence billboard in Los Angeles and TVs everywhere. What's going on?
Did he lose a prize pick leg for you?
No.
It's filling.
And I'm not a fantasy guy. Like, this is nothing other than every time I turn, I'm like, I get Josh Allen, I get Patrick Mahomes, I get Matthew Stafford. Why am I getting force-fed Trevor Lawrence?
He looks like Fabio. He doesn't. Flow of the hair, and he looks good.
They named the stadium after him last year.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Anyway, it bothers me, and I need it to go away, and I just needed to get that off my chest. As I mentioned, Week 11, it's November 16th, and we've been talking for about an hour now. Let me ask you this. Is it early? I know there's a long way to go, but where are we in the NFL calendar when this is, we're in double-digit weeks. There's only a handful and a half of games left or so in the season, and it feels like these are the games that are going to determine whether or not the Rams are in Chicago or Green Bay or Philadelphia or one of these other places.
No, it's not early. These old bones are feeling it. I'm feeling tired. Yeah. I know that these guys are feeling tired. It's getting cold, and the run game, this is where you start seeing teams that run the football start separate themselves. You start seeing teams that play defense start separating themselves. But yes, this is a part of the season where you're focused on playoff seeding, you're focused on postseason awards, and if you're a team that's not necessarily doing well, you're focused on, am I about to start sitting starters so I can see who I'm drafting next year? You're in that point of the season.
All right, you can order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms do apply. Expires February 8, 2026. And the Rams have been offensively, defensively firing on all cylinders. And you go back to what they did last week up in San Francisco against the Niners. The Niners, I know they're missing a lot of guys, and it's not the Niner team that we've seen, but they beat up a team that I think is at least pretty good.
Yeah.
And they went in there and they were in complete control of that game on both sides of the ball. Can they do that to the Seahawks today, or the Seahawks just a totally different beast?
It's a different beast. Frisco's dealing with a lot of injuries. They don't got the quarterback. They don't have their best player on defense. There's a ton of skill position guys. Now, it's not the problem with the Seahawks. They're hitting the ground running. They just got Shaheed from the Saints. I know that the Rams already played against him, but that helps JSN immensely. That means you can no longer double team as much because you have 2 deep threats now. You basically essentially have a Tyreek Hill type of speed on the outside with Shaheed, and then Jackson Smith and Jigba doing everything else in between. And don't forget, this is a extra motivated Cooper Kupp that you will see today. So it's a lot to consider.
Let's talk about that. The Morning Minute presented by Quaker, the official oatmeal of the Los Angeles Rams. Cooper Kupp is one of the great Rams. He was a Triple Crown winner at wide receiver. He was a multiple-time Pro Bowler. He is a Super Bowl champion. He is a Super Bowl MVP. And yet it seems like the Rams are really just kind of like, yeah, we made – and I'm not saying the Rams said this, but I'm saying from looking from the outside in, it's like they made the right call in moving off of that when they did. for two reasons. Number one, you see how much different they look with a player like Devontae Adams. And number two, you just look at what's going on up in Seattle. And JSN has been great, but Cooper Kupp's been relatively quiet.
Is Cooper Kupp a Hall of Famer?
It's a great question. I think you probably
Triple Crown winner.
It's a lot
Super
of
Bowl.
there's a lot of things in the long time.
First team All-Pro.
He was the best wide receiver in the league. What, once or twice?
So I'd say 2 years.
Okay, 2 years. That's a pretty good place to start. But I think you're going to need to have maybe a little bit more than that. And who knows? Maybe he has a second act coming up in Seattle that we haven't seen yet. But it's a really good question. Do you think he is? It's close.
I feel how people feel about Matthew Stafford is how I feel about Cooper Kupp's Hall of Fame status.
Interesting.
I feel like Matthew Stafford is a bona fide Hall of Famer, but the narrative on him is, no, he maybe one more, or he needs an all-pro, a first-team all-pro, or he needs the MVP. I feel like Cooper Kupp needs one more championship or needs one more all-pro season as a receiver to be like, no, I'm that guy.
I get that the numbers are really different from different generations to different generations, but the fact that Matthew Stafford continues to climb the record books the way that he has as far as yardage goes, as far as touchdown passes go, and that he's been on a really good team since he's come to L.A., there's going to be at least another playoff appearance this year. It feels, unless something really bizarre happens from here to the end of the line, and he's going to have another opportunity to go kind of right the rest of that story. I think he's in probably anyway because he does have a Super Bowl championship and he does have that when you're listing the best quarterbacks in the league, his name's going to come out of your mouth.
Yeah, it has to. It has to.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the numbers, I said it earlier, not being honest, if you look at the numbers and say Matthew Stafford isn't playing as the best quarterback in the NFL right now, he's leading in, I think, a touchdown and yards per average a game. And it looks easy for him. It doesn't look like he's ever pressing. It doesn't look like he's ever,
he's
trying to do too much. Yeah, it's just like Emily said, flow state. He's ultra instinct out there. It's just like once the wheel gets going, it's hard to slow him down.
I think the one thing that I kind of held against Matthew Stafford for a bit was just because to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, I think he should be the best quarterback in the league in a year. That you could, there wasn't anybody that was better than you. And I think this is the year that Matthew Stafford is doing that. As opposed to Cooper Kupp, who was the best wide receiver for a year, but I feel like he had a Hall of Fame year, not a Hall of Fame career. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Stafford has been doing it at an incredibly high level for a very long time. Your point, Emmett, I think is a really good one. That there was always an Aaron Rodgers or a Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. There's like, if you're saying best quarterback, it's Lamar or it's Patrick Mahomes. It's this year though, for the first time, it's him. He's playing the best and he's on one of the best teams. How much 12 and 13 are we going to see today, Sua? Because they unveiled it, early in the season in Baltimore out of necessity. And it's like, oh, my goodness, this is a total game changer. And it just seems like after that, week to week, they've run it more and more.
I think we need to see a ton of it. If the Seahawks plan to stay small and essentially stay in a dime package where they have an additional safety or DB out on the field, you got to take advantage of that. You got to run the football until they show you that they can stop it. And even if they do stop it earlier, keep going because it's hard for a small body to tackle all day long. Like I said, it's cold. It's late in the season. Injuries starting to rear their ugly head. Like, take advantage of that. Don't get caught trying to overthink it, which I know the Rams, they want to throw the football.
They do.
But if that box is light, you have to be aggressive.
All right, coming up next, the final member of the broadcast team, that Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr, will join us. It's coming up on the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network. And hard-hitting football action, you know what makes it even better? Prize Picks. That's what makes it even better. So you can keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. And you're saying, Trav, what's a lineup? Here's a lineup for you. Matthew Stafford today, 270.5 yards. We're going to pick more than that number. Sam Darnold, 254.5 yards. We're also going to pick more on that number. That's Prize Picks. You pick two or more players, you look at their stat predictions, and you predict more or less, and you can get paid. So download that Prize Picks app today. Use the code RAMS50 to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
The Carl's Jr. lawyer said we couldn't name our new burger the biggest burger for the smallest price burger. So we didn't. And that's called a loophole. The new Cali XL burger. A beefed up charbroiled double burger with double cheese, only $5.99. That's more meat, not more expensive. Get it now for a limited time only at Carl's Jr. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Not valid for use within a combo or in combination with any other offer or discount.
I'm pretty easy to shop for. If it's in Morongo, I'm good to go. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Shop till you drop. You can use your rewards points to shop top brands at our ballroom Black Friday. Noon to 10 p.m. the 28th.
Number 2.
There's over $1 million in progressive jackpots at slots and table games.
And the number 1 reason.
Bret Michaels Rock the World Tour. November 21st. Only at Morongo.
Morongo. Good times.
Hey Rams fans, we've teamed up with Bloom Ranch to ensure we have the healthiest fans in the league. That's why we're committed to delivering some of the freshest fruits and veggies to your door. And here's the best part. The first 100 boxes are on us. That's right. We're giving away the first 100 boxes. After that, enjoy 30% off on your first box upon signing up at www.bloomranchofacton.com and enter promo code ThankYouRams. There are no fans like Rams fans. Winning and getting healthier together is the real flex. So hurry, this offer won't last forever. Follow Bloom Ranch on IG and share how you're getting healthier using #BloomRamFit.
Coach, the energy out there felt different. What changed for the team today?
It was the new game day scratchers from the California Lottery. Players, everything. Those games sent the team's energy through the roof.
Are you saying it was the off-field play that made the difference on the field?
Hey, a little play makes your day, and today, it made the game. That's all for now.
Coach, one more question.
Play the new Los Angeles Rams Scratchers from the California Lottery. A little play can make your day. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 years or older to purchase, play, or claim.
Game day is almost here. Are you ready to cheer on your LA Rams? Don't waste time running around town for game day snacks. Let Albertsons or Vons be your MVP. Order your game day essentials online and choose how you want to score. Drive up and go for a quick pickup, free with an order of $30 or more, or enjoy convenient home delivery. Stock up on chips, wings, drinks, and all your favorite tailgate treats. Order now at albertsonsorvons.com or download the Albertsons or Vons app. Service fee applies for orders scheduled for delivery and pickup orders under $30.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of the LA Rams, the home of Rams football. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
This is the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
On your home of Rams football.
And the Rams Countdown to Kickoff rolls on. We get ready for the Seahawks. Who is going to be top of the NFC West when today is over? As long as Matthew Stafford and that high-powered offense keeps rolling.
Matthew has it, throws down the line. Tunnel screen, Puka Nacua gets one block, now another. He's clean. 10-5, touchdown Puka! Surge to a 2-touchdown lead in Santa Clara.
Just like last week against the Niners. Rams Seahawks Week 11 NFL Sunday from the Palace in Inglewood. We count you down to kickoff.
Hello, this is Puka Nacua of your LA Rams. Rams football is back.
You're listening to the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
Driven by your Toyota dealers, official automotive partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We make it easy.
Once again,
live from COSM Los Angeles with Sua Cravens.
Back to Travis Rogers.
Back to me, and let's go back inside of SoFi Stadium to check in with the third member of the broadcast crew. Of course, we're talking about none other than the Super Bowl champion, DeMarco Farr. DeMarco, how are things looking inside of SoFi right now?
Oh, it's starting to get crowded. You can feel the electricity, Travis. Really, it's starting to build. This is one of those blessings of a game, where both teams are good, and you got to decide who's better today. Not like Baltimore. You got the win. Everybody's happy about the win when you have to go to Baltimore, but Lamar wasn't there, right? There's always something. This, you're both at full strength. You're both playing your best football at the same time, and you meet here in Los Angeles to see who's better. This is what the NFL is all about.
Is there any question that this is the biggest challenge that they faced all season, or would that still probably be Philadelphia earlier this year?
Yeah, Philly packs a punch. They still scare me. They're defending champs. I would say this. this is the best defense that the Rams have faced all year, and vice versa. So we're going to find out who's who. Is Seattle legit? We're going to find out today. Are the Rams front runners in the NFC? We're going to find out today. A lot of questions will be answered. Going to be good. One more thing. I owe Cooper Kupp a big apology because I saw his team photo in Seattle, and he grew his hair out. And I said, oh, he's gone Seattle. He's gone back to his roots. He told me the reason his hair was long is because his barber ghosted him that day. So I'm like, oh, you're still the same guy. You just didn't get a haircut. Yeah. It was weird lazy. Seeing him he got lazy. It was weird seeing him in a different uniform, but it's good to see him back here.
DeMarco, you mentioned how good the Seahawks defense is. How are they going to limit that Trojan up front, the big cat, Leonard Williams?
Man, look, you just take him where he wants to go. I mean, there is no stopping him. I'm glad you mentioned him. I don't think there is blocking him. All you can do is wall him off and make him block himself, which is what Sean McVay and this offense does. When you say this offense is very offensive line friendly, it is. Half the time, if you're on the other side, if you're defense, you're going to be chasing ghosts versus fending off blocks. So give him a lot of misdirection. Matthew Stafford has been a wizard with his ball fakes and getting out on the perimeter. So making him chase ghosts, making him redirect, and slowing him down by getting him tired. That's the only way you can kind of defeat a Leonard Williams.
DeMarco's keys to the game are driven by your Southern California Toyota dealers. It's here and now. Sales event time. The clock is ticking, so don't wait to grab a deal on a new Toyota. We make it easy. When you and I, DeMarco, were doing Rams All Access this week, you said something to me that really, really struck a chord, and that is that you believe that Kobe Turner is the MVP of this team. Explain why he's so important to what they do.
Oh, the unsung hero. The other guy is Poona Ford. Now, I just love watching him and them play. Poona is as good as advertised, but Kobe Turner is the same way. The same thing we laud Poona Ford for, playing tough against the run. Kobe Turner is doing exactly that. But here's the difference. When it's third and long or when it's play action pass and you need that defensive tackle, that run thug to straighten out and get a credible pass rush, a guy that can win, that's Kobe Turner. That's the stuff they don't talk about. When you're able to be a 3-down tackle, I can be in here in 1st and 10. I can be in here in 4th and short. I can also be in here on 3rd and long when you need some pass rush. So, and his leadership. We give Nate Landman a lot of credit for the leadership he provides. Well, that was already here with Kobe Turner. So the unsung hero of this group would be a guy like Kobe Turner.
I asked JB a similar question, and I'm curious to see what you think. We haven't even mentioned Kenneth Walker or Charbonnet, but that's like we're not even talking about the run game, and I feel like we don't need to because they will try to either go pass happy with Sam Darnold or just go Jackson Smith and Jigba heavy. What do you think the Rams need to limit them on? Is it getting pressure on Sam, or is it just bracketing Jackson Smith and making somebody else beat you?
Okay, so you know this, man. I mean, this is the modern NFL, and Jackson Smith and Jigba is one of the modern-day best receivers we have in the game. They created the Autobahn down the middle of the field. We can't hit or intimidate these guys, so there's no way you can cover guys like him at all. You don't have a guy to stay in front of him and lock him up. But what you can do is eliminate and disrupt Sam Darnold. You can get after him. You can make those throws either too quick or too late or too high by getting in his head, by drilling him. Look, Sam Darnold has played well. But the one thing, the last time he saw this defense, he was running for his life and had 9 sacks against it. Jared Verse is still here. He's not stopped talking yet. So you got to get through this. And I told JB and Maurice this. When I was playing, I faced guys that were in different spots. Here with this team with Carolina, not so good. Goes to San Fran, he's a better quarterback. But at his core, he's the same guy. They don't change. Sam Darnold is the same guy. Get pressure on him. Make him fear for his safety. He'll start throwing you the football. Even in a blowout last week with Arizona, he turned the ball over 3 times. That guy still exists. You got to make that guy come to the forefront.
Don't forget, you can order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use the code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms apply. Offer expires February 8, 2026. Very quickly, DeMarco, I got a quick one for you. Which of these 3 people has the biggest day? Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua, or I'm going to give you the tight ends as a group, as a collective?
Oh, my God. Why would you do that? I'll go Puka just with the numbers that you can see, but I'm going to go with the tight ends because they create so much controversy for a defense. Sua knows this. Explain this. They create the extra gap with those tight ends. And if you don't adjust right, if the safety doesn't come down properly, they're going to pop one against the run. Or if you have it wrong, if you're going nickel against the wrong guys, they're going to pound it. If they go big against that, they're going to throw the football. So I would say the tight ends, but by numbers, I'll go with Puka. How about that sitting on the fence?
and that's true. I had the pleasure of working with DC's Vic Fangio and Vance Joseph, and they like to get their DBs involved in a run, and he'd have the linebackers and DBs meet. So when they group those tight ends together, an extra gap is made. You have to get over. You have to understand leverage. You have to be able to play off each other.
He is a Super Bowl champion. He will be on the sidelines today, calling the game alongside JB and Maurice Jones-Drew. Thanks, DeMarco. We'll talk to you soon.
You got it, guys.
All right, coming up next on the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff, I want to talk about the Chargers getting absolutely housed in Jacksonville. That's coming up next on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
And it is time to tell you about that really cool pick'em powered by Pechanga Resort Casino. You know Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Fuller always tells you about it. Today they ask you at therams.com/pick'em, when will the Rams defense get their first turnover of the game? The first turnover of the game. Will it be the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, overtime, or the Rams will not force a turnover? If you love football, you should play the Rams pick'em. Vote now at therams.com/pick'em. Predict what will happen during the Rams season for your chance to win game tickets, signed merchandise, and more, powered by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams.
The clock's ticking at Toyota's Here and Now sales event. The Toyota car, truck, or SUV that fits your life is here, and now's the time to make it yours. There are great deals on fuel-efficient Camrys and Corollas, on adventurous RAV4s and 4Runners, on powerful Tacomas and Tundras. This is your moment. The time to drive home your new Toyota is here and now. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
Midland, coming live in concert.
People say I've got a drinking problem.
Saturday, December 6th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Kid Midland's latest album, Barely Blue, out now. And see them live in concert. Get tickets now at FantasySpringsResort.com or at 760-342-5000. Don't miss Midland.
Every Sunday starts the same. Energy's high, plays are drawn, and the team's locked in. At Vista Paint, we bring that same focus to all your projects. For nearly 70 years, we've been the go-to for Southern California pros and DIYers alike. Because when you want reliable coverage, trusted advice, and no surprises, you don't take chances with your materials. From prep to finish, we make sure your project looks great and holds up. Game day or work day, start with the paint that shows up ready. Vista Paint, local, proven, built to perform. Attention football fans, get early access to Black Friday savings at Howard's Appliances now. Turn your kitchen into a pizzeria with Frigidaire's new stone-baked pizza mode, saving $1,000 plus we pay the sales tax. This oven reaches 750 degrees for restaurant-quality pizza at home in as little as 2 minutes, so you can savor pizza and the family time. In this oven, pizza is just one of 15-plus cooking modes. Visit howards.com to find a location near you. Dare to expect more. Frigidaire.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
Money all the time, what I'm thinking.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays are back. It's presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Listen every Monday during football season
to the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, Mason and Ireland, and the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
All you have to do is make a super prediction,
and you can win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
Hey guys, it's Leslie. It's the Black Friday card giveaway event at Downey Hyundai. Come in and register to win a brand new 2025 Hyundai Ioniq 5, one of Hyundai's top electric vehicles. And drive with confidence with America's best warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, plus the exclusive Hyundai Owner Assurance Program to keep you covered wherever your getaway takes you.
No purchase necessary. Visit DowneyHyundai.com to stop by the dealership to fill out your entry form. The drawing happens November 29th at 2 p.m. right here at Downey Hyundai. Winner must be present to win.
Hi, this is Devontae Adams of your LA Rams, the home of Rams football. LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
counting you down to Week 11 NFL Sunday at SoFi Stadium.
Touchdown, LA!
Hi, this is Jay Vice of your LA Rams. The Rams play here.
You're listening to the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
Rams are looking for 5 straight wins and to beat down an NFC West foe again.
And the Rams Countdown to Kickoff keeps rolling from COSM, Los Angeles. Travis and Sua get you warmed up for a big one. Week 11 NFL Sunday. And the fearsome Rams defense needs to shut down Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. And if we see him, our old friend Cooper Kupp.
Fumbled! Rams are on it! Jarred loose, separated from the football. Nate Landman with another forced fumble. This dude is everywhere.
Rams Seahawks Week 11 NFL Sunday.
Our 7-2 Rams battle the 7-2 Seattle Seahawks.
Driven by your Toyota dealers, official automotive partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We make it easy.
Once again,
live from COSM, Los Angeles, with Sua Cravens.
Back to Travis Rogers.
An old friend coming back into the building. Cooper Kupp making his SoFi Stadium debut as a visiting player, of course, with the Seahawks today. I want to get into that in just one second. But first, Carl's Jr.'s new charbroiled Cali XL is just $5.99. That's double charbroiled beef, double cheese. That's more meat, not more expensive, only for a limited time. There's going to be a pregame tribute to Cooper Kupp during warm-ups.
It is actually already played.
It is actually already played. Okay, yeah. So that is going to take place. What do you think the response is? Because it isn't like a baseball game where when a guy comes up to bat, like I think of Justin Turner when he came back to the Dodgers for the first time, and the crowd gives him a standing O. He steps out of the box, he tips his hat, he says thank you to everybody, and then he gets back in there and we go. Football, you don't really get moments like that.
Nope, and I'm curious to see if they'll boo if he like on his first target.
Coop. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I think you're going to get Rams fans doing a little.
I think that's the appropriate response.
Thank you for that. And now that we're done with that, let's go make sure he doesn't catch another one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I hope they don't boo him. You know, it wasn't like it was an ugly breakup.
They made it. It's pro sports, man. You hate to see people go. I think. And here's the other reason why I don't think anybody has bad feelings about any Rams fans as far as having bad feelings about this. They went out and got Devontae Adams. And Devontae Adams has been awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like, had Devontae Adams come in and been underwhelming, had Cooper Kupp gone up to Seattle and had 10 touchdowns, you'd be like, hey, what the heck's going on? Devontae Adams leads the league in touchdown receptions, and the Rams are 7-2.
Yeah. I mean, there's no reason for them to be bitter. Exactly why there's no reason for them to boo. And I get the competitive part of it. But it'll be interesting to see how they react in that first half.
All right, it's time now for the Prize Picks preview. Those three words together probably shouldn't be there. Prize Picks preview is what we're talking about, and it's powered every week by Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy with Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today and play Prize Picks. It is good to be right. And take me through this, Sua, and I'm going to make another baseball analogy here for a second. When a baseball team is going really well, you play every day.
Yeah.
You get to go right back out there. You're seeing the ball well. You're able to locate your spots. It's just like, hey, let's keep going. Let's keep. Football, you play, you got to wait a week to go. How do you keep momentum going? Because the Rams for 4 weeks in a row have it almost like the next game picks up right where the previous one is left off.
Are you setting me up for a nice little golf analogy? Because I'm going to go play in these next few days. But, when you have to wait, when you just hit a bomb drive and the group in front of you are acting like jerks and not getting out the way and acting like they're on tour and lining up every putt, you just got to get in the zone and just block out everything else. Keep the main thing, which is the shot. You take your time. And then you address and do what you expect to do.
Go through your routine.
And you go through, exactly. You be yourself. Everything else around you can't control, but you can control the way that you do things. And that's all the Rams have to do.
I don't think you and my dad should play golf together one time, because if my dad has to wait for 1 second on the golf course, he's ready to break necks. And he's the most kind, slow to anger guy until you get him on a golf. He's like, these people need to be kicked off the course. They're going too slow. Like he's ready to move on.
I like his style.
You guys would get along really well. well. There's a reason I play golf in 2 hours. Is because I can just go, we gotta go. We gotta do this a little faster. And so we talked to JB earlier, and he said that he's just kind of speculating here. He wasn't giving away anything, but that maybe the Rams might zag and come out 5 wide, Madden style, or they're going to come out and do a lot of 12 and 13 because they've been killing people with.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of 13 personnel. I think if the Seahawks think that they can stay small and stay in a nickel-type dime package and defend the run like that, please, McVay, please. I know you want to pass the ball, but just take what they're giving you. It's going to be an easy 4 to 5 yards every single run play. Make those DBs respect the run so that you can take that shot.
You can order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms apply. Offer expires February 8, 2026. We're going to give you our final thoughts on the day, getting you ready for the Rams and the Seahawks coming up on the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Catch Sedano and Cap every weekday morning on ESPN LA, where the entertainment stands tall, even if Sedano doesn't.
I'm walking up to Wemby, right? I get to Wemby to interview him. The camera guy, who's one of our old school, long-time ESPN camera guys.
Right.
I could see him talking to the director, and he says, can I just shoot them both? Can I just move back to shoot them both? Because I can't get George in the frame if I have to just shoot Victor's head. And I start cracking up. And I look at him, and I just said, and I shrug my shoulders. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I hope he says yes, because there's no, or whatever. I don't care.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
710 ESPN is giving you a chance to win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays.
$1 Million Mondays are back. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Listen every Monday during football season
to the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, Mason and Ireland, and the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show.
All you have to do is make a super prediction,
and you can win $1 million.
$1 Million Mondays presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN. Listen to every Rams game on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Rams are looking for 5 straight wins and to beat down an NFC West foe again. Our 7-2 Rams battle the 7-2 Seattle Seahawks.
This is the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff.
Driven by your Toyota dealers, official automotive partner of the Los Angeles Rams. We make it easy.
The Rams, the Ravens.
The Countdown to Kickoff rolls on from COSM, and remember, you can hear every moment of Rams football today on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play. Download, tap, bam! You've got Rams Seahawks in the palm of your hand. Just click the Rams tile, Jack. Week 11 NFL Sunday is here.
Once again, live from COSM, Los Angeles, with Sua Cravens. Back to Travis Rogers.
Best game on the board here in Week 11 of the NFL season. A couple of 7-2 teams. The winner of this will be in sole possession of first place in the NFC West. They will be right near the top of the NFC as a conference at whole, and certainly home field advantage in the playoffs could run right through this game today. And, of course, they're going to play a little bit later on. It is a Thursday night when they play each other later in the season up in Seattle. Right now it's time for the Rams Injury Report, presented to you by Call Jacob Injury Hotline, the only number LA trusts after an accident. That number is 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. We haven't talked about it too much because last week they didn't have anything really to talk about. Harrison Mavis made all 6 of his PATs.
Oh, God.
JB mentioned this when we talked to him earlier. The Rams have not made a field goal since week 6.
Yeah.
Week 6 was a long time ago.
5 weeks ago.
5 weeks ago. Where is your confidence level when it comes
Zero.
to the Rams case? Still
Zero.
at 0.
I have not seen a field goal. How could I have
You don't
confidence?
get any sort of like, okay, it's a little bit better based on him making
You
6
guys
PATs?
had a 4th down inside the 35.
Yeah.
And didn't even take a gander towards the sideline. It was huddle up. Let's get this next play going. So, no, I have zero confidence in the kicking game until I see an actual field goal.
Here's how you know, because here are the Rams' inactives today against the Seahawks. It is Jarquez Hunter, Bo Limmer, DJ Humphries, Deshaun Johnson, the emergency quarterback Stetson Bennett, and kicker Joshua Carty. The Rams still have a pair of kickers on their roster, which is extraordinarily rare, which kind of, I think, gives you a glimpse to where everybody's confidence game is when it comes to kicking a field goal under pressure.
This is great. This is great. Yeah, this is such a – it doesn't make sense. It's a contradiction, an oxymoron. How can you be the best team in football and have the worst special teams in the NFL?
You know what's funny? Okay, so let's play out the alternate universe here. The alternate universe is the Rams, instead of being 7-2, they're 8-1.
Yeah.
And the way they're 8-1 is the Niner game you win because you make your kicks, the Philly game you win because you make your kicks, and you lose to Indianapolis because Mitchell, I believe, doesn't fumble out of the back of the end zone. So let's say that you have a kicking game that functions. I don't think there's, in that alternate timeline, I don't think there's any question that everybody would look at the Rams as the best team in the league because you lost to Indy, who's pretty good. Okay, whatever. It's one loss, not a big deal. There isn't that fatal flaw. But because your 2 losses are both directly attributable to the same thing, it feels like, yes, they might have the best offense in football. Yes, they might have one of the best defenses in football. But that third phase of the game not only isn't one of the best, it might be the single worst.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like to live in hypotheticals or crying over spilled milk, but you're right. No team has beat the Rams straight up this year. I think the Rams, both of their losses have come from them shooting themselves in the foot, whether it be even if you keep the missed field goals, the fumble by Kyron, and that's what decided the 49ers game. So the Rams got to figure it out. I don't think you'll go on a playoff run with your special teams being your weakest link.
It's going to pop up at some point.
Yeah.
Every playoff run, maybe not every playoff game, but every playoff run includes having to make a kick under some pressure. You don't win playoff games by 13 points every week.
No.
It just doesn't go like that. Rams fans, El Torito is offering free nachos when your Los Angeles Rams successfully make a 4th down stop, so get loud. This is Nacho First Down. Visit therams.com/rewards for more details. Speaking of that Rams defense, Sua, give me a number of sacks when it comes to sacking Sam Darnold today. The last time they faced Sam Darnold was in that playoff game. They sacked him 9 times. I don't expect 9 again because that's crazy, but do they get him 3? Do they get him 4 times, or is it something less than that?
Yeah, I don't think they'll get him 9 times, but maybe they get him 5 times today, and that'll be a lot. I think you get him
a ton.
Get to him 5 times today. I think that you can guarantee the victory. You'll get him off of his off balance. Get him speeding up his progressions and forcing throws like we know Sam likes to do. It's what makes him great. It's what made him great at SC, being a gunslinger, but it's also what gets him in trouble. In a game where it's a must-win, the emotions are running high. If you can get pressure on Sam, you can create some turnovers.
Order for pickup on Uber Eats at SoFi Stadium and skip the line so you don't miss any of the action. Use code RAMS to get up to 40% off your next 3 stadium pickup orders of $25 or more. Terms apply. Offer expires February 8, 2026. That's the biggest differentiator between these two teams. They're really similar, right? They both have good records. They're both well coached. They're both scoring a lot of points. They're both have won 4 in a row. They're coming in a lot of things. But the more I look at it, the biggest difference to me is one team's got an MVP candidate at quarterback, and the other team has Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold might be a really on a very good run right now, but when it comes down to it, if we got a drive, and I know Matthew Stafford's got the ball in his hands, it would feel different than Sam Darnold doing this.
Yeah, that's why everybody's excited to see this matchup, because you got a team that might have the better defense with the Seahawks, but you got a team that has the better quarterback with the Rams. So we're about to see what's about to take place in the next hour.
Who covers JSN?
The entire defense.
Yeah.
It's a don't go man. Don't go man and send pressure, because if you don't get home, he's open.
Are you surprised that he's as dynamic of first-round draft pick, so the expectations were high, but he quickly elevated himself to near the top of the best wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, to be this good this early is kind of scary, especially with no other receiver on your team to free you up from those safeties. But like I've been saying, it's what makes Jamar Chase. It's what makes every number one Jettas. It makes every number one receiver a real $200 million guy. When you don't need any help to break the double team and you can create separation no matter what, you are a guy. He is showing that.
Davante Adams is one of those guys as well. The Rams and the Seahawks, as mentioned, both teams 7-2. Both teams on 4-game winning streaks. Somebody's going to leave with the best team in the NFL title right now in about 3 hours from right now. We're going to hand it off to JB, Maurice Jones-Drew, and DeMarco Farr. They got the call next on the Toyota Rams Countdown to Kickoff on the ESPN LA Rams Radio Network.
When it comes to unique experiences, pick Tick Pick. You're picking the official fan experience partner of the Los Angeles Rams with no hidden fees ever. So pick Tick Pick for your chance to enjoy an all-exclusive experience.